What's up, YouTube? It's ZTAY, aka Lil Red. I have no idea what's going on. The NBA is not posting any highlights from any of the games tonight. And it's so weird because the Thunder and Cavs played each other. They just never posted the highlights, so I just can't put reactions out. Nuggets video, no Spurs reactions, nothing. I don't know what they're taking the night off or what. But instead, we're going to just do all-star voting. All right, we do it every year. It's early January. It might be a little bit early to do it, but why not? I was thinking about it a little bit last night. Number one in the West, I think it's just a no-brainer to just put Jokic and Shea in here right away. Like, those are the top two candidates in the entire league for MVP, and that means for the East, I gotta put Giannis in there. Now, I could put Tatum in there, and I probably should, and I will. Now's the fun part. We got to think about a lot of stuff. Who is going to be in the backcourt for the West? Now, I'm not going to just do this because, like, oh, they just deserve it because they're always in it type thing. I'm really going to look at everything and say this person deserves it over this person, even though this person's more popular. I'm going to try to do it that way. I'm going to try to be unbiased as hell. I'm already being unbiased putting Jason Tatum in there. No hate to Jason Tatum. He's just on the Celtics. I don't like the Celtics. All right, so we need a guard for the East. Let's fill that out real quick. The first person that comes to my mind is Donovan Mitchell. Just because his team is the best team in the league and, you know, he's the best player on that team. But then you look at LaMelo's stats. He's averaging almost 30 points a game, 7 assists. Now, that is on a lot of missed games. So, you know, the stats could be inflated a little bit. And then I'm also looking at Tyler Hero, even though it's only 23. But that's just a huge jump for him. I feel like he deserves maybe an all-star, but maybe not starter. And then also Tyrese Maxey's having a really nice year. Cade Cunningham's having a nice year. And then, of course, we got all these other guys. I wanted to put Cam in it last year. He might deserve it this year, but he's on the Nets. So it's also very hard to put him in the all-star game. 100%, I think we got to go Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, in my opinion, just got to be the guard. So we need a front court for the West, and I'm putting Vic. I don't care. I'm putting Wemby. Like 100%, I'm putting Wemby over AD, over LeBron James. I'm putting Victor Wembanyama. I think he deserves it this year. He's having a huge jump year two. The Spurs are actually a competitive team now, so I'm pretty happy with these three. Now we just gotta have one more slot for the front court and the back court for both West and East. I'm gonna go to West guards. All right. We got a couple people here. It's hard for me to put Luka as the starters, guys. And that is just because he's missed so many games. A person that I think should be starting is Anthony Edwards. It's going to be hard for me to put anybody else over Anthony Edwards. You could argue Steph Curry just because, you know, he's popular. He's going to have fun, like make the game fun. But at the same time, I just said at the beginning of the video, I'm not going to do that. And it's crazy. I might actually have a starting backcourt in the Western Conference without Stephen Curry in the All-Star game as a starter. Obviously, he's still going to make it. De'Aaron Fox, I can't put him in there because his team's just not doing good. Same with Devin Booker. Norman Powell is a sleeper pick, but I don't think he deserves starter. I think it has to be between Anthony Edwards and Steph Curry. To be honest, I think it's got to be between those two. Also, James Harden's having a really, really good year. 22 and 8 points, 6 rebounds. We scroll down here a little bit. You know, you got Ja in here, Jalen Green, some cool guys that'll be, you know, making the All-Star game and make it a lot of fun. Look at Shaedon Sharpe in here. But I think it's a no-brainer. I got to go with Anthony Edwards. It's like Anthony Edwards and Shea is just the best backcourt I could possibly think of in the current modern-day NBA. And then you got Vic and Jokic. Although I did check the stats tonight, and Victor really did struggle tonight. I think he's the one questionable person I put in here, but I think I'm a little bit biased when it comes to that because I've seen Vic is having a really good year. I'm gonna leave Victor in here. So now let's go to the East for guards. I had a lot of trouble with this one because there's a lot of people in here. Like, I really want to put LaMelo Ball. I really do. Because we kind of need a point guard. We have Donovan Mitchell. We kind of need a point guard because Donovan Mitchell's more of a 2. So that leaves me with a couple choices. I'm thinking either Tyrese Maxey or LaMelo Ball. Also, Cade Cunningham is up there. Cade Cunningham is hooping this year. My goodness, 24 and 9. I don't think Jalen Brunson is a starter this year, in my opinion, even though he's playing really good. LaMelo, man, it's so hard to not put him in here. It's just the Hornets are so trash. And I know that probably shouldn't matter for all-star selections. What do you guys think? Do you think a player should make an all-star team even though his team sucks? Because they always do it in the past, right? But the Hornets are really bad. That's why I can't put LaMelo as a starter. It's like damn near impossible. Now, for the entertainment factor of this, we're going to do a different one right after this, and I'm going to do that one real quick. But in all honesty, I think Cade Cunningham deserves it over all these guys. And I know that's crazy, but hear me out. I would put Tyrese Maxey, but the 76ers are actually worse than the Detroit Pistons this year. The Pistons, just like the Spurs, had a huge leap, and a lot of that has to do with Cade. He's averaging 25 and almost, 8? He deserves it, in my opinion. So these are the backcourts. And you guys also might notice a trend. I'm going with kind of the upcoming players in the league. Like, I'm not putting Steph Curry in here. I'm not putting Luka Doncic in here. Luka is kind of young. I think Luka's my age. Oh, my goodness. And so is Shea. But you get what I mean. I don't know. I think this is a really solid backcourt. And I know the East, everybody sleeps on the East, but Donovan Mitchell and Cade Cunningham backcourt would be disgusting in a beautiful way. Not in a bad way, in a really good way. Like, that's a nasty backcourt. I say we fill out the front court for the East. I already have somebody in mind. And I really want to put Paulo, but I can't. Because his stats look crazy. He just missed so many games. In my opinion, he can't be an all-star. Same with Joel Embiid. He's missed too many games. It, to me, is a no-brainer to put Karl Anthony Towns in here. I think he deserves it. I honestly think he's having a better year than Jalen Brunson. And the Knicks are top 3 in the East. It's like, this is the front court. Giannis, Jason Tatum, Karl Anthony Towns. In my opinion, this is the East. We got Donovan Mitchell, Cade in the backcourt. We got Giannis, Tatum, and Kat. This is a perfect starting lineup. In my opinion, these are your 2025 NBA All-Stars for the Eastern Conference. And now we just got to get that last person in the West. This is going to be so tough, man. It really is. KD's having a really good year, but his team's trash. It's so hard to put him in there. AD's having a good year, but at the same time, he's kind of inconsistent. LeBron is 40 years old, but he's still doing his thing. It's kind of impossible to have a starting lineup without LeBron James, so you kind of have to put him in there. Like, shout out to some of these other guys. Wow, Andrew Wiggins. Jonathan Kuminga is one of the top guys. Same with Michael Porter Jr. Shout out J-Dub and everybody. I don't think Ingram has played enough games. Same with Zion to warrant it. Kevin Durant is having a really, really good year, but it's just, I can't put him in there. His team's not good enough. And I know that's crazy criteria, but I think the reason I'm having to have that is because there's other people that deserve it. And listen, I'm a Lakers fan first. Backstory about me. In 2011, my least favorite player in the entire world was LeBron James. I was a LeBron hater. I used to sit up on Instagram and just go in the comments on LeBron posts and literally just defend Kobe and just bash LeBron James. I was literally a LeBron James hater. So I have never been a LeBron James fan. But now, obviously, I'm a Lakers fan, so I'm a fan of everybody that plays for the Lakers. Even players that leave the Lakers, I'm still going to be a fan of them to this day. If you wear that purple and gold, I'm going to be a fan of you forever. That's just how I am. But I'm saying all that to say that I am putting LeBron James as the final person for the West. And it's not because I'm a Lakers fan. It's not because I'm a LeBron fan. It's because I think he's 40 years old and he's still playing really good basketball. And you can't have a starting lineup without LeBron James. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be super mad at me because I did not put Steph Curry in here. But how do you put Steph Curry above Shea and Ant? Like, I don't know how you could do it. I really don't. Now, I think if the Warriors would have kept up all that momentum from earlier in the year, hell yeah, because he was playing really good. But he's had a couple games where it's just like, I don't know, man. It's so hard to just put any, like, in my opinion, Anthony Edwards and Shea are two of the best players in the entire league. You can't, it's so just hard, okay? Now, for the West, the last front court slot, it wasn't really much options other than Kevin Durant and Anthony Davis, for real. Like, who else is there? If I was to take LeBron out, who else can I put in here? Jaren Jackson Jr.? No. Brandon Ingram? No. Zion? No. Trey Murphy? No. Like, these guys are not better than LeBron James. The only people I could consider is Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis. I think Kevin Durant's having a better year than LeBron James. So maybe you could. I wouldn't be mad if people put KD over LeBron James. And as much as I love AD, I wouldn't be mad at AD over LeBron. But I'm telling you, I got to pick LeBron James. I just can't see an all-star game without LeBron in the starting lineup. And I know I'm so biased. But yeah, this is my official vote that I'm actually sending through. And I'm going to send the other one through too. Vote again in 2 hours. You see this cheese? All right, fine. I'll just sign out. We'll make another one. Damn, NBA. They don't let you cheese it this year. They don't let you spam vote. So that was my one and only vote. This one's for fun. All right. Now, in terms of voting, I am going strictly on who I think will make this game the most entertaining because it needs help. Last year's game was the worst game I've ever witnessed in my entire life. And a big reason for that is because of Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum he just was jacking up threes. So he is not in this. In terms of, factors where I think it would be good, I got to put Giannis in there. Because I know Giannis plays really hard every single time. And for the West, I got to put Wemby in there because Wemby already said he's going to play hard. So those two guys, because they're playing hard and they're big men, that's very important. And that means I cannot put Ant in here because he just don't try. I have to put Steph Curry in there. Stephen Curry and Victor Wembanyama, you have to put him in there. And that means I also cannot put Jokic in there because he's not fun in the All-Star game either. That means we got to go Zion. Zion, Wemby, Curry. Like, come on, bro. That's fun. And in the East, like, you have to put LaMelo. LaMelo and Giannis, and then who else can we add in here? It's tough. It really is tough. Some of these guys, I mean, Jalen Johnson would be kind of lit, bro. Wow, Jalen, 19 points, get 20 points a game for Jalen Johnson. That would be kind of lit. Jalen Johnson, I think I'm gonna put Jalen Johnson up in here. Jalen Johnson with LaMelo, I don't think you guys are sleeping on it. If you don't know, you know. I'm telling you, Jalen Johnson and LaMelo would be going crazy. All right, let's pick another guard for the West to make it lit. As much as I love James Harden, I can't put him in there. James Harden ain't gonna try. Oh, how could you not? Ooh, you gotta put Ja in there. I love Kyrie. You gotta put Ja and Zion together again. I'm telling you. All right, East guards. I want to put Trey in there. I'm not gonna lie. Dame, though. Dame does his thing. But imagine you put, listen, hear me out. Imagine you put Dyson Daniels as an all-star so he tries actually playing defense. But now I can't put two Hawks in there, right? I got to go Damian Lillard. I got to go Dame. Dame and Curry, it'd be fun. LaMelo and Dame. The backcourt's fun. You can't lie. This backcourt would be so much fun to watch. You got Ja, Curry, LaMelo, and Dame. Those are all entertainers. And then you literally have Zion, Wemby, Giannis, and Jalen. Those are all entertainers in the front court. These are all entertaining players because the front court are all lob threats. They all are highlights, walking highlights. And then the guards are all entertainers and walking highlights. We need one more spot, and that is, let's see, in the West, we don't really necessarily need a center. We could go KD. We could. Yeah, as much as I want to put one of these guys in, like, they got Yves Missi up in here. As much as I want to, I can't put one of those guys up there. Why do I have to do it? It's like, it's for the entertainment factor. Tell me this team would not be fun to watch, bro. Stephen Curry, Ja Morant, LeBron, Zion, Victor. Come on. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going to be questioning Jalen Johnson because I'm kind of questioning it right now, too. But let's see if I can fix it with the other pick in the East. Last pick in the East. Giannis could play center. Man, he's averaging 31 points a game this year, 12 rebounds. Paulo is healthy. Would he be fun? Would Paulo be fun enough? Well, I mean, none of these other guys would be fun. I'll tell you that. Oh, my goodness. Maybe Bobby Portis would be fun, but that's just me trolling. I can't put Jason Tatum in there. He ruins it, bro. He literally shoots too much. I don't know. I can't put Jason Tatum in there. He's not entertaining enough. Joel Embiid ain't going to try. France, it's France. He's not that exciting. Don't get me wrong. He's a good basketball player. I mean, Jaylen Brown. But Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are the reason last year's event was pissing me off. Because they're just taking turns shooting threes. I mean, at the same point, you could argue, like, man, that's the only part of the game that was fun. But I think I got to put Paulo in here. Because, Paulo's a hooper. I know the East is kind of like iffy, because I put Jalen Johnson in here with Paulo, but I think this might be the most entertaining All-Star game I could possibly put together without making it super unrealistic, like putting in somebody that doesn't really deserve it at all. Like, these guys can all make an argument to be a starter. Maybe not Jalen Johnson, but they could all make an argument to be a starter. Literally all these guys. And I think this is going to be my fun one. Let me know what you guys think. Who would you guys have in the All-Star game? Do you agree with this list for most fun? And if you don't, who would you replace? Who would you add? Let me know down below in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And again, I don't know why NBA is not posting any highlights, and they also don't allow any other platform to post highlights. I've noticed that this year because FreeDawkins stopped posting highlights. I don't think the NBA is cracking down on it or something. I don't even know. And then they said we're not going to post either. So I don't know what's going on, but hey, if they get the highlights up, if you guys can find a highlight page, you know I'm posting the Nuggets game, and I'm posting maybe the Spurs game. Maybe not the Spurs game because I know they lost. But hey, man, I'm on the grind. Let me know if you guys agree with my all-star team. I'm out of here. This is ZTAY. Peace.